Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Our lesson today, inshallah, is about the stopping signs. We will learn some symbols and their meanings. Okay, so we will start with this meme. This meme, as you can see here, this meme, what do we mean by this meme? When we see this meme, we must stop, okay? What should we do if we see this meme? We should stop. Otherwise, you will change the meaning of the sentence. And don't be confused, okay? Don't be confused with this meme, which is like that. So this is the meme of iqlab, as we mentioned before, but this meme is from the stopping signs. Like when we see this meme, we must stop. For example, this verse, إنما يستجيب الذين يسمعون. We must stop, and then والموتى continue. So this is for the first symbol, which is the meme. Let's move to the la here. If we see this symbol, you should not stop, okay? You must continue. But if you did stop, you should not continue from the next word. You should go back and continue. For example, الذين تتوفاهم الملائكة طيبين يقولون. You see, I continued. I didn't stop here because there is la. So you must continue when you see this symbol, which is the la. Okay, the next symbol is this jim. If you see this symbol, which is the jim, okay, stopping or continuing both are allowed. You can either stop or you can read, okay? Both are fine. So I can say ويأتي أمر ربك and stop. كذلك فعل, or ويأتي أمر ربك كذلك فعل. The next symbol we have is صلي, this one. Here, if you see this symbol, what does it mean? It means it's better to continue, but stopping is allowed. You can stop. What does that mean? It means, for example, here, وَإِنَّ لَكُمْ فِي الْأَنْعَامِ لَعِبْرَةً نُسْقِيكُم. There is صلي here, so it's better to continue. But if I say وَإِنَّ لَكُمْ فِي الْأَنْعَامِ لَعِبْرَةً and I stopped, also it's okay, it's allowed. You can stop, but it's better to continue. This is for صلي. Okay, now let's move to qili. Qili here, if you see this symbol, it means it's better to stop, but continuing is allowed. Okay, for example, if you see this symbol here, as you can see qili here, so it's better to stop. So قال رب احكم بالحق وربنا الرحمن. You see, I stopped because it's better to stop. But if I continued, if I link the two verses together, it's okay. Okay? The next symbol we have, if you see this symbol, the three dots, okay, it means if you stop at one of these three dots, you can't stop at the other. So only stop on one of them, not both of them. Okay? Only stop on one or the other, but not both. For example, here we have, for instance, we have here as when I say ذلك الكتاب لا ريب, okay, and then فيه هدى للمتقين, or I can read it as ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه and then هدى للمتقين. Okay, now let's move to the stoppings rule. Okay, so what if the words ending with tanween with fatha? Okay, what if the words ending with tanween with fatha? How will we stop when the words ending with tanween with fatha, as the word hakima? what should we do? What is the rule? The rule is to turn the tanween into alif mad for 2 counts, and we mentioned that before, and we said that this is maddul iwad. Okay, so when I read, I want to stop on Hakima, I will read it Hakima. I will turn this tanween into what? Into alif mad for 2 counts or 2 beats. Okay, what if the words ending with what? With any sign except tanween with fatha? What will we do here? The rule here is that when we stop at the end of the word in the Quran, we read it with sukun. We stop on it with a sukun, without a vowel. So we remove the vowel and add sukun instead. We put sukun on the last letter. For example, Adam, when I want to stop on the word Adam, I say Adam, I will turn this vowel into a sukun. Okay, what if the words ending with any sign except tanween with fatha, if it's preceded by a mad letter, we will apply mad arid للسكون. What does that mean? Okay, it means that if the words ending with any sign except tanween al-fath, but it's preceded by a mad letter, as you can see here in the word Hakim, this ya is a mad letter, ya maddiya. So what will we do here? We will apply mad arid للسكون. And we mentioned before that مد العارض للسكون is that when we stop, we change the sign of the last letter to sukun sign. As you can see here, al-hakimi, this sign will turn into sukun عارض. And if we have a mad letter before, as you can see here, the ya, okay, the last letter, or we call it the second last letter, we elongate it for 2 or 4 or 6 counts, and that's the mad al-arid للسكون. So how will we stop on the word al-hakim? I can say al-hakim 2 counts, or I can say al-hakim 4 counts, or I can say al-hakim 6 counts. Okay, this one here is a special case. This one, if the words ending with a ta marbuta, as you can see here in this word. So when the words ending with ta marbuta, whether it has fatha, dhamma, or even kasra, whatever, we don't care. We will turn it into a ta, into a ha sakina, sorry. So I will say when I stop on the word al-akhirah, I will turn this ta marbuta into a ha sakina when I stop on it. So this is the way I stop. Okay, what if the words ending with a mushaddad letter? We have here 3 cases. 1, 2, 3. Okay, wallahi, if the words ending or the mushaddad letter was a qalqala letter here, as you can see here in the word al-haq, we will apply the strong qalqala, and we mentioned that in details in the video of qalqala. Okay, so I will stop on the al-haq. The sign of strong qalqala is the shadda. So and the qaf is from qutub jad. So this is how we will stop on the qalqala letter. We will apply strong qalqala. Okay, what if the mushaddad letter is noon and mim mushaddadatain? Okay, here we will apply the gunna, and we mentioned before, whenever we find a mim with shadda or even noon with shadda, we will apply gunna for 2 counts. So how will I stop on the word on thumma? I will say thumma, thumma, 2 counts, because I have a mim with shadda, or even if I find noon with shadda. Okay, what if the mushaddad letter isn't qalqala nor noon mushaddada or mim mushaddada? What should we do in this case? In this case, case number 3, we will the rest of the letters we will apply nabr. What does that mean? If we find any letter other than the qalqala letters or the noon and mim mushaddadatain, for example here yuha ilay, the ya, for example here, we will apply the nabr. What does nabr mean? It means the short stressed sound. The short stressed sound. Okay, for example, when I want to stop on yuha ilay, you see the stressed sound at the end. This is the number. This is the number. So this is case number 3. Okay, what if the words ending with مد طبيعي? If we stop on the مد letter يا, واو, or even ألف, we will apply the مد طبيعي. We stretch it for 2 counts. For example, يتخذوا. يتخذوا, here we have a واو ساكنة that doesn't have any sign and it's preceded by ضمة, a letter with ضمة. So this واو is واو مادية, so we will apply the مد طبيعي and prolong it for 2 counts. So when I stop on this word, I will say يتخذوا. يتخذوا. Okay, let's now get an idea about the sect rule. What does sect mean? The sect, okay, so it's very easy. It means if you see this scene, for example here, this scene, what should we do? Okay, we will pause without taking breath and then continue reciting. Okay, so for example here we have وقيل من راق. Yes, this one here. So I can see the scene, right? Here's the scene. So I took a slight pause after this scene, but without taking a breath. So then I will continue. So I say وقيل من. I will stop without taking a breath, and then راق. Okay, it's not pronounced وقيل مراق. It's not إدغام بغير غنة. No, we explained it in the previous videos. So this is the rule of sect.